Welcome to Bangkok. I am officially in Bangkok. I am actually just in my hotel room. I've been here for a little while, but I was really wiped out and I was dealing with like sleep issues. I went to bed at a normal time, but for some reason I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Kind of wonder why. Did a little bit of organization, went out into the street in the middle of the night. It was about 4 o'clock or something, and it was just people going to work or coming home from work, I suppose. And a lot of wild dogs and cats and a bunch of rats eating garbage from the night before. Just normal stuff, big city stuff. Anyway, today I am going to go and see if I can get some stuff for my camera that I was having a hard time finding online, and in the town I live in, they didn't seem to have anything either. So supposedly camera stuff in Thailand is supposed to be fairly easy to come by. I figured I have a day here to mess around, so why not see if we can make it over to this mall. Not really one for malls, but the thing is supposed to be ridiculously big and pretty cool to look at. If we do it right, we're going to take a water taxi on the way over, because otherwise you have to go all the way around, because none of the streets go north, south, east, west like they do in the west. So that's it. I'm still freaked out that I'm in I'm still freaked out that I'm in Thailand. This is so bizarre. And hey, check this out. I'm using the window for light, but there's my view out my window. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't. It's just cool. This whole thing is so cool. I can't even. I'm freaking out. I'm really freaking out. I really am. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go see what we can get into. Okay, so I just noticed their housekeeping's coming around, so I figured I better come back and tidy up. I don't know, isn't that weird to do? Yeah. Clean your room before the housekeeper comes. Okay, first thing, we need some 7-Eleven water. Okay, I guess I really probably didn't need to get a whole liter of water, but I wanted to be prepared. There is literally a 7-Eleven like every block or two throughout Bangkok, so not really sure what I was worried about. I got plenty of water. Quickly finding out, you just kind of go and don't stop. Seems like if you stop, then you're at the victim. Whoa, the traffic. Someone's got a brake issue. Did you hear that? So the girls at the hotel said it's too far to walk, but we're gonna try it anyway. So this is the first time I've actually seen a crosswalk. Not that probably anybody follows directions, but the street is full of tour buses. Lots and lots and lots of them. 2 blocks down. Along the way I ran into this roundabout, which is apparently the dragon roundabout, because there is a dragon in the middle of the roundabout made out of pots and pans, forks, knives, spoons, you name it. So we're walking through the car and motorcycle district. This whole street is nothing but mechanical parts, car parts, motorcycle parts, scooter parts. There was one place back there that had, the floor had steel cylinders stacked so deep that the floor actually was the cylinders that they were selling, about 10 inches tall. They just walked on the cylinders because they didn't have where else to put them. Most of the shops in this neighborhood are about the size of these. They're kind of like long garages with a security gate in front, and people just kind of seem to do their work in the middle of the street. Sometimes there'd be people welding or just banging on metal, or coming over to this lady to get some lunch. I will say this transmission store did have by far the most interesting display of transmissions that I've ever seen. Coming up here in a second is my favorite picture of the whole trip. This guy right here. I asked if I could take a picture, and he just kind of nodded and went about his work. Stumbled across a street, and I can't remember what the name of it is, so I'll put it down in the comments, but it's all artwork and graffiti. This isn't actually what I was coming for, but I found myself here, so it works. Once I got back into these little streets here, I was so glad I brought that 1-liter bottle of water with me, because it is like a sauna in here. No wind goes up and down these, because every street tees off with the next block, and there isn't a continuous flow of air. So that was the famous car that's just been sitting there and no one knows who it belongs to or where it came from or anything, but some guy made a little coffee shop right up next to it and put a sticker all over it, which kind of takes a little bit away from it, but you know, it's just sitting there. I guess it belongs to anybody that wants it. So finally, after wandering around aimlessly, that's where I'm planning on going, but I have to get across the river here. So I know there's a free river shuttle, but I'm not really sure where to pick it up. I think it's either maybe that white one or that green one down there. If I remember right from my research, it was kind of a fancy looking one. It took me a few minutes to find my way down there because there is a little bit of a water inlet right there, and I had to walk around a building where there was a bunch of people trying to sell me things and give me tuk-tuk and taxi rides instead of taking the ferry across. But the ferry is not, in fact, free anymore. It is now 5 baht, which is the equivalent to about, I don't know, 15 cents or something. And I guess I don't remember if I paid on the way back or not, but altogether 30 cents to go over and back. Big deal. I was kind of surprised as soon as I stepped on the ferry. You can feel the strength of this river. It is a powerful moving river that is constantly churning with boat traffic, and you could just feel that power. And the wind. This is about the only place in the city that I found wind, and this was actually a very windy day, but you couldn't tell it when you're back in the streets. If anybody knows what these flowers are, leave it in the comments. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they smelled awesome. I thought they were jasmine, but I don't think they are. The traffic in front of this mall is absolutely insane. With the new SkyTrain there and everybody trying to get in and out, they have cops directing you everywhere. And this place is just organized chaos. If you know how it works, it probably makes sense, but if you don't, it's just crazy. Oh, I've heard about this place. It's a floating market inside the mall. Okay, well, mission kind of failed. Oh, look at that, we got a train. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, that was kind of a fail. She either didn't have them or she didn't understand me about the ring that goes on the camera lens or the lens cover. I don't think they had them. They had lots of drones and lots of lenses. Very nice, organized store with a lot of stuff in it, but I don't think they had like pieces parts. So anyway, ended up getting a magnetic swivel clip for like the 3rd time ever owning a GoPro since I dropped you guys. Didn't do anything to the camera, but of course the attachments don't hold up as well as the camera. So anyway, got that, so it wasn't a total bust. Now that we're over here though, I'm thinking about getting something to eat or maybe some coffee. There is a thunderstorm that's supposed to happen. I don't know how well they can predict these things. I think they just usually happen, but maybe like 3 o'clock today. So we're kind of ways away from the hotel, so I probably should hightail it here pretty soon. But I'm gonna put this in the bag and we'll look around a little bit. I probably should have looked around a little more than I did, but you know, it's a mall. Who wants to spend all their time in a mall? It does have this kind of interesting little boardwalk outdoor cafe thing out that back side where you can look down over the river, and that's pretty cool, although it is really hot out there. Okay, well that is taken care of, and now we are going to, hey look, it's Predator. We are going to start to head back to the hotel. That storm should be in pretty soon. We're quite a ways away, and I don't want to get caught in the rain, so we are going to head that way. I hate to say it, but I ended up getting Starbucks because it's a mall, and what else do you do? And the local place was just jammed with people in line. But I got a huge latte that I normally get that tasted excellent. It was way better than a normal Starbucks, if you ask me. And then probably the fattiest almond cream cheese croissant that I have ever put in my body. I'm sure it was like 6,000 calories. All right, enough of that. We gotta get out of here. I don't know which is harder, finding our way back or finding our way out of this mall. So this alleyway that goes from the mall, it goes from the front of the mall and you go to the back and then you hit the river, but it is just this little narrow tunnel. Like, there's no lights. I guess there are lights, but it's just this little long skinny alley. It's pretty crazy. On the way back across the ferry, there were all these yellow bicycles. They were on some sort of a city tour, and I've heard that that's actually pretty fun. I think people like make fun of those people that do that, but what a good way to see the city. Even though I think you're more likely to get hit by a car in this city riding a bicycle than any other city in the world. I did manage to make it back without getting caught in the rain, which was awesome. When I got back, I literally just crashed for probably an hour or two, took a shower, cooled down, and then got ready to go out and see the spectacle that is the Chinatown Bangkok night market, and it was pretty amazing. One of the first things I learned about these night markets is the people that are giving you the hardest sell are probably the worst ones to choose from. Go to the ones where all the locals are going to, of course. I'm trying my first Thai street food. Stopped at the first stall that was outside the hotel, and it's Thai coconut pancakes. It looks like chocolate and a bunch of coconut meat and stuff like that in there. I just need to find a way to taste them before I can get out of the crowd. Alright, I found a little place here to try these. These weren't in fact chocolate at all. It was actually, I believe, a bean paste mixed with the coconut meat and whatever else. Slightly sweet, a little bit savory. Really good. Okay, now these little cakey things are really awesome. I got the green ones, which are pandan. There are purple ones that are ube, and the yellow ones could be, who knows. But I got like a whole bag of them. I think I only paid like $1.50 or so. Being as it is Chinatown, there are a few people out there selling shark fin soup, which I don't recommend doing. Check out this dog coming up. His owner has a sign there, and I tried to get it translated. I think he's trying to get a pork knuckle for his dog. This guy right here is actually selling lottery tickets to some locals and to tourists, I guess. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to do the thing with the buttons down below. And go check out the G Adventures link in the description. They have some really cool trips. I can't even tell you how many of them that I want to check out. But go down there and click it real quick.